much, baby. I love you with all my heart, and I'm not giving up, and I'm going to find you. So just hold on.
That's Toni Jacobs. Her daughter, Keeshae, has been missing for 5 years, but her case has sat in the dark until recently. Some say it's because Keeshae is Black, and like so many missing people of color, these cases aren't given the same attention as their white counterparts. That's why all this month, DBL is dedicating our True Crime Chronicle series to missing people of color. Here's Keeshae's story.
She always put that smile on my face. I miss those hugs. She's so skinny, but she had fat fingers. I miss playing with them fingers. I can honestly say the person that I was 5 years ago, I'm not now.
The day Keeshae went missing was September 26th, 2016.
I came back home, which is around 8:30 when I got out of school. She was home. And me and her brother was talking to her, and then she made a couple calls and said that she was going over one of her friend's house. So she left, and I think I got a text from her probably like at 11:30, maybe a little before, letting me know she was good. And I told her again, just be safe. I love you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. And she was like, okay, Mom, I'll talk to you tomorrow, and I love you.
12 hours pass, but Keeshae doesn't come home.
My mom radar went off when it was like almost my lunchtime, and I hadn't heard from her. And she normally calls me, especially when she's gone somewhere. So by the time I got off at 5, I got home, I was like, Dad, you still ain't heard from your sister? He was like, no ma'am, I ain't heard from her. I said, her phone been going to voicemail all day.
As the 24-hour mark hits, Toni takes matters into her own hands.
So I woke up like maybe 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I put my clothes on, and I went knocking on people's doors that I knew about. And I called my sister, and I was like, I can't find Kiki. And I was hysterical. And she was like, go to the police precinct and report her missing. And when I got in there, I was crying, and I told the police officer, I was like, I can't find my daughter. He was like, how old is your daughter? I said, she just turned 21. He was like, looked at me like, how you know she just don't want to be bothered? I was like, because I'm her mother and I know her routine. So I literally had to pull my phone out and show this police officer that, look, this is my daughter. She calls me all day, every day.
It's been 48 hours since Toni has heard from Keeshae.
Keeshae friends knocks at my door and tells me they dropped her off at a house off of Broad Street here in Richmond. And I was like, you know what? Let me put my shoes on. You're going to take me to this house. I go to this house and I knock on the door, and this male answered the door, and he said, yeah, I know Keeshae. He was like, I saw her Monday at 5. I said, you're lying. Because at this point, I knew she was at home. Then he changed it at 5:30. Then it was 6. He just kept changing the time. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do one better. I called the police. I called 911.
5 years come and go. Media coverage is non-existent, and the police leads grow cold.
To this day, I have no idea if the FBI was ever notified that my daughter was missing. They waited almost 2 years to say that it was foul play in her case when they knew from the beginning. It's a lonely feeling. It's a part of me that's missing. I'm broken, and I can't heal or begin to heal the way I need to until Keeshae comes home.
So, where is Keeshae? Earlier, we spoke with her mom to get the latest on her case. Take a look.
Toni, thank you for joining us here on DBL, despite, I can't even imagine what you've gone through these past 5 years. Now, 2 years ago, Toni, after Keeshae went missing, police finally said there was foul play in her case. Why did it take them so long to believe that?
That's the question I'm trying to figure out as well. They pretty much knew from the beginning, within probably the first couple weeks, that it was foul play, that she didn't leave on her own. The police detectives actually told me this. It came out like on the anniversary 2 years after her disappearance, after a reporter brought it up to me. And I pretty much told him, I was like, ask the police chief. And then that's how it came out.
And Toni, what evidence did police find that finally gave them some sort of reason to suspect foul play?
They was able to get access into the home where that man and where Keeshae was last seen at. and they said they found Keeshae's DNA in the home. I asked them, was it enough to say, hey, you know, something drastic had happened? It was like, no, it's more like a struggle.
Wow.
So as it stands today, are there any leads right now? Do police have any theories on where Keeshae might be?
No. Only thing they had mentioned to me was that it was a man that's incarcerated that had some information about her disappearance. I do believe that it was the gentleman that I talked to like that Wednesday after she went missing. So I believe it's that gentleman.
How do you find daily strength to keep fighting for answers, to not turn inward, to not just lose it, which you would be well within your rights.
Right.
Your strength is unbelievable. So like, can you tell me as a parent, where do you summon that from?
My love for my daughter. If I don't fight for her, who else gonna fight for her? Who better to fight